All right, what's going on, YouTube? Just got off from Exit 56. And this is like my fourth time trying to do this darn video. So, because people calling and dogs barking, and it's been hard to do it. So, and I tried to do it on another screen, tablet from my phone. It was just too much. So anyhow, this video is about how to read a pedigree. I'm going to go through this really fast if I can, before somebody fucking call me or these dogs get to barking. So, now, how to read a ped. We're doing Bulletpedia if you don't know. I've had Bulletpedia, but I think Bulletpedia is a little bit better. There's other databases like Bulletpedia, Bulletpedia, Petpedia. I want to say it's a few more, but I think Bulletpedia, in my humble opinion, is a little bit better. So, cool. Booger sugar. Per ABR, I don't know about anybody else. I think everybody else is a little different. If I want to know the first generation, it would be sugar. Sugar would be first gen, per ABR. That means Cook Up Boss and Serena would be considered second gen. Now, I think, when I say gen, I mean generation. Now, I think with other registries, I could be wrong, I would think Cook Up Boss and Serena would be first gen, then Picasso, Snow, Pretty Boy Floyd, Diane, they'll all be second gen. But per ABR, Booger Sugar would be first gen, Cook Up Boss and Serena second, and everybody else second and third. Second, third, fourth. So anyhow, now let's say somebody say, hey, what's the top ped? I hadn't heard that in a while. That was some shit I used to hear when I was like 6-7 years ago when I first started. So I would be like, Cook Up Boss. Cook Up Boss is, I'm trying to zoom in, but I guess I can't do it on this. Cook Up Boss is her dad. Serena is her mom. So that means Picasso is the granddaddy, Snow, the grandmama, Pretty Boy Floyd, granddaddy on the bottom ped, Diane, grandmama on the bottom ped. Everybody else the top. So, I know you hear a lot of, and that's pretty much it as far as reading. I'm sorry, that's pretty much it. Cook Up Boss the daddy, Serena the mama, Pretty Boy Floyd, and Diane is the parents to Serena, Picasso, Snow, the parents to Cook Up Boss. Everybody else is grandparents, if so forth and so on. You just read it from there. You know, Picasso, Paintball, his daddy, little bit TCO is Picasso mama, Mayhem, Snow daddy, Callie, Snow mama. So, you know, all that goes back to Booger Sugar, right? So, when you start hearing the 2 times, 3 times, blah, right? Now, what people mean when they say, I'm going to go to TCO, little bit TCO. Now, I can say 2 times tug. Reason I would say 2 times tug, or Booger Sugar's 2 times tug, because you got tug in here once. Yeah, you can see. Twice. That's the amount of times tug is in there. That's why when you hear people say 2 times this, or 3 times, or 4 times, that's what that means. You see the dog in there more than once. That's all that means. Nothing else, nothing more. You see the dog in there more than once. This dog could be 8 generations back, and you'll probably still hear somebody say, oh, it's this, it's this. It is what it is, however you do it. Even with this ped, you know, her bottom ped, it's a little older ped, but you go to Pretty Boy Floyd, it's Dex. You see Dex right there. You see Dex. That's one. You see Dex once, and you're going to see Dex again, because I went to Pretty Boy Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd ped, and Diane is a Pretty Boy Floyd's daughter. So you see Pretty Boy Floyd down there. So of course it's the same ped. So she's 2 times Dex on the bottom. So if somebody asks me like, hey, what's Booger Sugar ped? I would say, I could say tug, but I would probably just say like 2 times Bolo, 2 times Dex, because tug is Bolo's son. Tug is off of Bolo, as you can see. Tug, Bolo. Tug, Bolo. So And Bolo's down there twice, as you can see, because 2 times tug. So if it's 2 times tug, it's gonna make it 2 times Bolo. Point blank period. Right? So that's booger sugar. So when somebody starts saying heavy, that means you see that in that dog like more than me personally. When they start getting up to 4 times and all this other stuff, I just say heavy. Now, in her case, I've already showed you Picasso's peg because it was in booger sugar peg, right? So you already seen Bolo in there twice. So let's go down to blackball, which is peppers, right? Meatball. To create peppers, they did. Let me go back. I'm sorry, y'all. I am sorry. Peppers is inbred, just like Diane. Meatball. It was Meatball to his sister, right? To Queen. That's Meatball's little mate sister, right? So whatever's in Meatball is in Queen. So double it from there. So if I've told you Picasso was a tug, was 2 times tug, which makes it 2 times Bolo. So Meatball, as you can see, Bolo is his great granddaddy. So that's kind of back there if you ask me, but you know, you got Bolo right there. You know, right there. See it 1 time, right? No, I'm sorry. Right there. Then you see it again. Right there. Down on the bottom. So, you got Meatball bred back to a sister who gave you peppers. So that's 4 times Bolo, right? Hold on. So, Meatball to his sister. Meatball to his sister, Queen. That's 4 times Bolo between them two. Then you go back up to Little Bit, who was off a tug, 2 times tug. What I told you, 2 times tug means 2 times Bolo because tug's off Bolo. So that's 6 times Bolo. So at that point, I just say heavy Bolo. So if somebody wants to know, like, hey, what's Coco Ped, you know, Chocolate Bunny, whoever I'm going to name her, I would say on the bottom, she's heavy Bolo. But up top, I would say heavy Buasachi. Why say Hitter? Why say Beef? Why say OJ? Respect to all those dogs. Because Scat Pack is inbred OJ. This OJ, they took OJ daughter back to OJ, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So Motorsport, see, OJ, right? So, yeah. So I would say heavy Buasachi. OJ is off of Buasachi. So you got Motorsport, who is a OJ daughter. Then you got OJ. That's Buasachi right there. And you got Beef, Buasachi, but you know. So I would just say up top with Chocolate Bunny, I would just say if somebody, what's Chocolate Bunny paid? Heavy Buasachi, heavy Bolo. Point blank period. I ain't finna name 30 dogs. I'm not finna say Hitter. She Hitter granddaughter bred to a OJ daughter. Her bottom is off a paintball great granddaughter. Listen, man, heavy Buasachi, heavy Bolo, and keep it moving. And when they check out the ped, they look at the ped and see. But that's just to keep the conversation. You don't want to be naming off all these damn dogs. That for one thing. Me personally, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying not to name all the dogs in my ped. Like, you notice some people name all the dogs so they can get all the hype. They name all the hitters in there so they get all the hype. They're going to name about 30 hitters. You be like, dog, just say what the peg mostly consists of. What makes the dog. You know? Or you could just be like, hey, she a hitter granddaughter. You could be like a hitter granddaughter, and a paintball granddaughter. Some people just say hitter granddaughter, call it a day. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, okay, bet. So you could just say that and it won't be no problem. You could just be like, hey, man, she a hitter granddaughter, call it a day. So that's pretty much how to read a ped, man. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. That's why I went to Booger Sugar, because I pretty much produced a lot of those dogs in there, so it's easier to go to her. I'm trying to look at dogs and just see like what else I could tell y'all, but that's it, man. Like if you look at Monday Ped, you know, Starbucks is his dad, Black Ball's his mom. You know, it ain't too much to explain. It's easy to read with the digital database now. Very, very easy to read. It's not hard to read at all. So that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much how you read it. That's pretty much how you determine like the heavies and the 2 times and the 3 times and the 4 times and the 10 times and all this other stuff. That's pretty much how you read a PED. You know, the only thing you just gotta do is go on these databases and just look at it and just learn it and study it. But that's pretty much the simple form of what I'm showing you. You can pretty much break it down more by going into Dior's, you know what I mean, PED, or going into Meatball PED or Takeoff, and then going back into Takeoff PED and looking at seeing what Takeoff. I'll probably have to do some more stuff with that, but it'll be, you know, you can break it down more by going deeper into the PED. But that's the basis of it, like, and as long as you got the basis, you fine, you know what I mean. So once you learn that, you good. I think that's it. There's nothing too much else to learning about PEDs. If you guys could think of something else you would want me to go over, I guess, in the PED and break down, then that's fine. And I may do that anyway, but that's just the basis on how to read the PED, you know what I mean, from top to bottom, and how you read your 2 times, your 3 times, and all that. Other than that, you know, the slogan, you want it, I got it, I don't, I get it, get why the getting is good. Always remember, time is your greatest inventory. Signing off. Peace.